Today, we're going to talk about something I think a lot of us know deep down. That feeling that we're constantly auditioning for love instead of actually, connecting with someone. So let's just dive right in. We're going to break down the silent signs that you might be stuck in a performance, and most importantly, how you can finally walk off that stage and get back to being yourself. Or how about this one? Replaying a quick 10-second chat over and over in your head, just trying to figure out if you said the wrong thing. Yeah, if you're nodding along right now, this is definitely for you. And here's the thing. If this sounds familiar, you're not really in a relationship. You're in a performance. You're constantly on trial. And let's be honest, it is one of the most exhausting ways to live. So how can you tell for sure if this is what's happening? Well, we're about to go through 4 key signs that you're performing instead of connecting. Think of it as a little checklist for that burnout you might be feeling. All right, first up. Sign number 1. And this isn't just, feeling anxious once in a while. No, it's just constant static in the background of your mind. You're always scanning them, their tone, how fast they text back, just searching for clues that you still have their approval. It's like your sense of peace is always on the line. Seriously, ask yourself this question next time you hang out with them. A good, healthy connection should leave you feeling energized, right? But an audition, well, that just leaves you drained. It feels like a marathon because you've been working so hard just to prove you belong there. And that feeling of just being totally wiped out, it brings us right to our second sign. This is that deep-seated pressure to always be on. You feel like you have to be the funny one, the impressive one, the one who has it all together. There's just no space for you to be quiet or tired or even a little bit of a mess because you're terrified that the second the curtain drops, they're going to walk away. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. See, real care feels safe and quiet, but in an audition, you feel like you have to be this huge, high-value production just to be seen as worthy. And that, well, that's not connection. It's just a constant, exhausting bid for approval. Okay, next up is the third sign. And trust me, this is a big one that so many of us can get caught up in. This is when you catch yourself becoming a totally different person just to match what you think they want you to be. You get so good at being their perfect person that you might have actually forgotten who you are when you're all alone. And this right here perfectly shows that split, doesn't it? Around them, you're small, you're quiet, you agree with everything. You literally shrink your own light just so they can feel comfortable. But here's the tough truth. When you do that, you're not just being nice, you are punishing yourself for their insecurity. And all of this, it all builds up to our fourth and final sign. I want you to take a really honest look at who's doing all the work here. Are you the one always moving your schedule around for them? Are you the one sending that follow-up text when they've gone quiet? Are you constantly chasing a warmth that they always seem to keep just out of your reach? If so, you're doing all the heavy lifting. Wow. This line from the source material really puts it into perspective. If you feel like you have to say yes to everything just to keep the peace, and you're the only one putting in any real effort, that's not a balanced relationship. That's a dynamic of control with a friendly face. Okay, so we've gone through the problem. Now, what do you actually do about it? How do you stop the performance? This next part is all about the solution. Here are 2 really practical steps you can take to walk off stage starting today. Okay, number 1, match their energy. This is not about playing games. It's about respecting your own time and effort. If they text once a week, you text once a week. What happens is, when you stop overextending yourself, the wrong people get bored and wander off. But the right people, they'll step up. And number 2, practice the pause. That moment before you rush to apologize or fix whatever mood they're in, just stop, take a breath. In that little space, you start to realize their reaction probably has more to do with their own stuff than with you. And that, right there, is how you start to take your power back. So what happens when the audition is finally over? This is where it gets good. This is where you find out what's real. The curtain falls, the performance ends, and you finally get to just be you. And if you take away only one thing today, let it be this. You do not have to hustle for your place in someone's life. You don't have to perform to earn something that should be given freely. The most powerful move you can make is to simply turn around and walk off the stage. Because the right people, they're going to love the person they find behind the curtain. So I'm going to leave you with this to think about.
When you finally stop performing for everybody else, who is that person that you're so excited to finally meet?